On again and then off again. Just when the trade talks appear to be moving forward between the European Union and Ukraine, the EU has pulled out. The EU enlargement chief tweeted Sunday that work was on hold and that Ukraine needed to show a clear commitment to sign. Ukraine has seen widespread protests since Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych decided to ditch his country's long-awaited free trade accords with the EU last month, blaming pressure from Russia. To quell the biggest anti-government rallies in the country since 2004, Yanukovych said last week he would sign a treaty just later down the road. But according to BBC analyst David Stern, the EU is seeing straight through what many see as an act. He writes, EU officials, it seems, have called Mr. Yanukovych's bluff, saying they will recommence talks when the Ukrainians show sufficient commitment. This means that the government has no way of satisfying one of the opposition's key demands, that the deal be signed immediately. Likewise, Financial Times says lead EU negotiators have privately admitted their frustration with President Yanukovych and are skeptical of future agreements. One EU official said, "With this guy, you can never tell. He says one thing in your face, and as soon as you turn your back, he says something completely different. It's impossible to work like this." According to Al Jazeera, Yanukovych reportedly is heading to Moscow this week to sign a trade agreement with Russian President Vladimir Putin, which means the protests are likely to continue.
If it looks as if he's turning his back on Europe, then that will really just galvanize the resolve of the many thousands, tens of thousands of people who've been coming out for weeks now.
U.S. Republican Senator John McCain is in Ukraine this weekend. He expressed words of support for protesters. They're demanding closer ties between their country and Europe.
We are here to support your just cause. To all Ukrainians, America stands with you.
Voice of America reports a poll released earlier this month shows 46% of Ukrainians favor a trade pact with the EU. For Newsy, I'm Elizabeth Hagedorn. Multiple sources, a broader view.